Jen, thanks very much. The American forces in Chad are not combat troops. That's according to the Pentagon. But officials there say because those troops are armed, United States law requires President Obama to notify congressional leaders of this move. Still, is U.S. intervention even legal in this case? Let's take it to the judge. Judge Andrew Napolitano is our senior judicial analyst and is with us on the news deck this afternoon. I thought about it. I'm like, we're sending 80 troops to Chad. They're armed. The Constitution comes into play here, doesn't it?
Yes, the Constitution does come into play on the War Powers Resolution, a federal law vetoed by President Nixon but enacted over his veto, which basically says when the president moves military personnel into a combat situation, he can only do so for 90 days, and he must inform the Congress within the first 48 hours. The president did inform them last night. It is incongruous to suggest that military personnel fully armed are not there for a military purpose. So the Pentagon is probably trying to have it both ways. We don't know exactly where they are. We can conclude why they're there. But still, there's no international legal basis for them to be there. They weren't asked there by the government of Nigeria. They're not there because it's a United States national security interest. They're not there pursuant to a treaty. They're not there to prevent an attack on the United States, and they're not there to repel an attack on the United States. Those are the only legal circumstances under which they can go there, whether the president has the authority to send them or not.
So it's illegal.
So it's illegal. I suggest
we want to help, but this is illegal.
Correct. The president probably is doing this because he feels for these girls, as many, many millions of Americans do. But feeling sorry for somebody is not a sufficient basis for sending American men and women into harm's way, especially against the madmen and crazies who kidnapped them in a jungle with which we're unfamiliar.
You made to our bookers prior to this segment some analogies talking about how drone strikes have hurt more children than these guys
than these people have kidnapped. Yes, the president, and this is extremely relevant this week. You and I talked about the confirmation of soon-to-be Judge David Barron yesterday, the grand ideologue behind the drone strikes, who, when he was in the Justice Department, told the president, "You can use drones to kill anybody you want."
Including U.S. citizens without trial.
The president's drones have killed more young women than these crazies from Boko Haram have kidnapped. So the president does not have what we call clean hands when it comes to this. Why is he doing it?
Well, the president was, in essence, trying to stop terrorists.
Yes.
The president was trying to take care of these people aren't trying to do anything positive. These people are trying to make money off little children.
Correct.
And who wouldn't want to go help them? But the overriding point here is, you can't just send the military anywhere you want.
Correct.
There are 5 reasons. They have to be one of 5 circumstances have to be in play.
And the linchpin of all of this is it in a United States national security interest that they be there? And if it is, are there other national security interests more compelling than this?
All right, Judge.
I don't like to be the skunk of the garden party.
Oh,
but you did ask me to do the research.
There are rules.
Yes.
Sometimes you got to be a skunk.
Thank you, Shep.
Thank you, Judge.
Pleasure.